Michella Chester here for NCAA.com with your Week 6 Power 10 rankings for college volleyball. Now, bear with me, it's been a crazy week and I have a lot of movement in the top 10. Here it is. Baylor is going to stay on top. They're the only team that remains undefeated in the NCAA, and they have a few big wins over Wisconsin, Marquette, and Hawaii. I would love to see them against some more top 10 teams, but that will come in a few weeks against Texas. Stanford is at number 2 for me. I know that they've been beat 3 times, but the reigning champs have proved themselves to be a powerhouse this season, and they've packed their non-conference schedule with top teams and beat most of them. They also have 2-time AVCA National Player of the Year Catherine Plummer, and they also proved that they could win without her this past weekend. Pitt stayed consistent after this weekend, so I moved them up to 3 and bumped Nebraska down to 4 after they were swept by Wisconsin on Saturday. Texas moves up to 5 with Penn State out of the top 5 picture because the Nittany Lions were also upset by Wisconsin this week. So that brings me to my number 6, Wisconsin. The Badgers are my biggest riser, jumping from number 13 last week to number 6 in my Power 10. They made not one but 2 huge statements over Penn State and Nebraska this past week. This was so impressive to me, especially because Nebraska played really well. Their hitting percentage in the loss was .336. Lexi Sun had 15 kills. Jazz Sweet hit over 500. They played great, but Wisconsin still swept. The Badgers didn't have one standout. Everyone performed. 4 players had double-digit kills to accompany Dana Redke. Daniel Hart had 10, Grace Loberg had 10, and Molly Haggerty hammered in 11 kills. The Badgers may have dropped 4 games this season, but they were all to ranked teams, and they have one of the toughest schedules in the NCAA, and lately, they've been winning them. Minnesota is going to stay at 7 after 2 wins last week, and Penn State drops to 8. This is a big drop after the loss to Wisconsin, but they also don't have a lot of ranked wins this season. They split their home-and-home series with Pitt, but haven't proved themselves over any other top teams yet. Next, Washington drops to 9. Before you jump out of your chair, I know this is a team that beat Wisconsin twice and beat Stanford. This is clearly a team that is capable of big wins and has a lot of potential, but I have them at 9 because they haven't been able to show consistency. They just lost this week to USC, a team that recently fell out of the top 25. And to finish it off, I have Marquette at 10 over BYU. Even though the Cougars defeated Stanford, Marquette won the head-to-head match over BYU and also has a win over Wisconsin. So that wraps up my Power 10 for the week. Be sure to check out NCAA.com and NCAA Volleyball social accounts for more.